So, after a crazy couple of months, I finally landed myself a job, and I feel as if I've really enjoyed the roller coaster that's been this year. A lot of ups and downs, to be honest, but one thing that I've enjoyed doing lately is filming these vlogs. Funny enough, it kept me motivated, it kept me busy, and it kept me switched on. Every day I was like, right, I have to film something and portray it in the realest way possible so that everyone watching can get a real insight into my daily doings. But most of all, I'll tell you the truth, I've actually just loved watching these videos to myself and just reminiscing, just memories with friends and family. It's been pretty awesome, man. However, as I mentioned in my first vlog, I wasn't going to stop making these videos until I found myself a job. Well, that time's come now, and I feel like I really need to focus on my career again and, gain some experience, save some money, and then get back to what I love doing most, traveling, cooking, and just helping people, So the mission still stands. It will happen, inshallah, one day. But things just take time. Like my mum says, you have to feed yourself before you can feed others. And I mean, talking of mum, I remember expressing to her not too long ago, back in August when I was in London, how I was contemplating moving back home for a bit, just to reorganise myself and just get my shit together, really. However, she didn't really want to hear this. She knew how hard I'd worked to establish my life out here and how I couldn't just give up yet. In fact, it's actually been 5 years since I moved to Barcelona, and what seemed like it was going to be the end of an era actually became an even bigger reason to stay. With the loss of a job and an early eviction notice, I thought to myself, well, that's pretty much it really. I haven't really got a lot of money, I haven't got a place to stay, and I just felt pretty down and depressed, to be honest. Not sure how to bubble wrap that. However, once I got back to Barca from London, I spoke to a friend of mine, Jamal. He was actually the one that convinced me to just pick up my camera and just start a vlog. Even if a single person didn't watch it, he said to me, man, pick up the phone, film yourself, and document your journey and look back at the progress you've made. Fast forward 2 months down the line from then, and here I am in a nice little apartment with a new job on the approach, thanks to my friends Chloe and Fenny. So here we are. It's crazy how when you manifest certain things in your life, the reality of them becoming true actually turns out possible. Since then, I've tried to imagine my life in the future, meanwhile living in the present. As you've probably seen from most of my videos, I love having a bit of fun and going out with friends and family and just enjoying life. However, my future goals are a lot more adventurous and a lot more advanced than just having fun. Someone that I actually look up to at the moment is a Turkish guy called Burak, CZN Burak. He travels the world and cooks for disadvantaged people and gives out gifts to kids, putting a smile back on their faces. And honestly, that's just all I want to do, man. I just want to travel, cook, and help people. Simple as. Throughout my life, there's been so many people that have helped me, that have supported me, that have looked after me. I believe it's just the way of life, a good circle of life, of helping others. And hopefully this circle of goodness can hopefully balance out this crazy world that we currently live in, right? Man, look, life can be fucking tough at times, but I believe it's those times that mold us into the hard human beings that we are. I've witnessed people go through hardship like no other, believe me. I've seen friends pass away. I've seen parents mourning over them. I've seen starving children. And I've seen people in far, far worse situations in life than myself. So I always say to myself, how dare I be so selfish to be depressed or lazy? How dare I, man? After everything I've done and achieved in life, there's no way I can let the journey end like this. I know what the plan is and I know what the mission is, and if I don't get my finger out my arse, then I'll not only let myself down, but I'll let others down too. That's how it feels like. And by others, I mean people in disadvantaged backgrounds that I know that I could help. I always think to myself, imagine if I wasn't born in this loving, caring family that I was born into. Imagine if I wasn't born in London, the United Kingdom. Imagine if I wasn't in need of help, but had no friends and family to help me. What then? What's currently happening to all those in the world without that safety net? Well, the answer is, I don't know, but I will get to know. I will get to know people who need my help. I will follow a path set to me by Allah, by God, by Buddha, however you want to call the almighty entity that is a higher power. I believe I need to embark on that journey to discover those who need our help, who need that assistance. Even if it's not much, if there's anything I can do in this world before I leave, I feel like I have to. In fact, one of the greatest quotes I heard is, "A society grows great when old men plant trees in whose shade they shall never sit in." This touched me because it reminded me of a book I read once upon a time called The Greatest Salesman in the World by O.G. Mandino. I was given this book by a former employer who said I resemble a lot of the skills and mindset of a particular character in the book. He said that I could become the richest salesman in the world if I wanted to, but there's something about me where he knows those riches won't go to waste. Honestly, if you haven't read the book, I would highly recommend it. I feel like one of the reasons why I struggle in today's world is because I don't actually care about power nor money. It's not something that particularly drives me. It's the freedom and possibilities that it brings that fascinates me. The freedom to help others without worrying about myself. The possibility of cooking for hundreds or thousands of people and just being able to pay for it all. That is what drives me. My goal is to travel to as many countries in the world as possible and just feed people and just help them. Just go around, cook massive batches of food and just feed people. On top of that, if there's anything I can do to help push the community's existence further, such as building, a water well or a hospital or a school or wherever it be, then yeah man, fuck it, let's do it. One of the greatest feelings in my life was that last day I had in Mafinga, Tanzania, and Mr. Albert, the school director, he covered my eyes and walked me over to the water well we had raised funds for them to build. Once we got there, he uncovered my eyes and said, "Look." I was like, well, what am I looking at? He said, "Look." And as I gazed upon the water well, I saw not only my name, but my mum's and my dad's name engraved in the wet cement. On top of that, the library we had also raised funds for, he mentioned that a part of it was going to be named after my nan, Kulsuma Ullah. I didn't know what to say, man. Honestly, I was in shock. It still kind of hits me till this day that this kid from southeast London travelled to parts of the world and made a tiny bit of change. Like, imagine, man. Ever since then, I've known what the mission is and the reason to be on this planet. And that's to just live a good life and to help others live it too. Anyway, so I'll end it on that. And I just want to say, look, if you've lasted this long watching my video, fair play to you and big up yourself. You must be a real one. Anyway, look, I love you. Take care of yourself and look out for the next videos. Te quiero, gracias, and adeo.